Hello everybody, welcome back to Rune Dice. Last time we absolutely crushed it with Nicola Thunderheart on our level 4 mage, waiting for level 5 to crop around eventually. But who next? Who have we not played as much at all? Druid, Warrior, Necromancer, Rogue, Bard. I guess Druid, I think we've only played the once, so let's do that. Play Root Die 50 times, play Growth Die 100 times. Alright, take you out and we'll go to another area of the Void Circus. See what we can do today. Where do we want to get to in here? Always a great question. How about we aim for this Wandering Jester all the way up there? We'll see what we can do in preparation for that. So, Growth Die. When a Druid die activates, consume 1 growth to empower it by 1 and heal the hero for 1. So we want to start with those. And then a Root die cannot move, takes 1 damage per root per turn, decreases by 1, skips an enemy if it already has root, moves on to the next one. Right, I'm going to hit these 3s to try and get that 4. Actually, we could do 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. And let's increase a root die to a big number. I'd love to get the 5s to knock into each other, but they're at such an impossible angle. Alright, I think we could probably opt into... Oh, well, I was hoping to get the gold before the end of the encounter, but so be it. Symbiotic Growth. At the end of combat, each unused growth increases your max HP by 1, healing included. Unused growth. Alright, we'll try. Right, let's take 2 tough battles. There's a delicious looking chest over here. I'm going to get these guys tied in for a second. I wanted more root, but hey. That's gone very nicely. Spirit Die. Attacks 3 random enemies. If there's no enemy for a spirit, it heals the hero for 1 instead. Sure. Right, refresh the field for me. Ooh. If I could get that, I'd be very happy about it, but tough to do when this 4 over here might try and take priority. Or we could just miss entirely. That can happen too. Growth. Up to here. Health. Not incredible right now, but we'll just keep watching it carefully. Again, the lack of 1s around is tougher than I'd like to deal with. That went so badly. Okay, let's go bigger roots. That's not gone as I'd hoped. Clearly. Certainly an improvement. And probably take a life rune here. I mean, this is 13 health, this is 12, so just take the 13 because that's bigger. What's in the chest? What's in the chest? Thorn die. Deals 1 damage to attacker per thorn when hit by attacks, then reduces stacks by half rounded up, while hero has thorns, absorbs 1 damage from each attack. I'd rather lean into other stuff that we're already working with. 20% chance that your thrown dice will be a thorn die. Give me just more root. Big root is the plan. A lot more 1s here this time. Grateful for it. Ah, I gotta work on my snooker skills. Right, a lot of 4s over on the left. I'd love to get some of that working for me. That's upsetting. Again, no bonuses on the board. But the rooted doing great work there. More growth, please. 13 gold. I'm going to go here because I want to get some runes for this upcoming thing if there's nothing better. Spirit die deals double damage to rooted enemies. I'm going to take this trigger rune. And give me a 1 on rooted. Then a tough encounter. Hopefully, not too tough. Get them at the front rooted. How dare you not touch? Right, we're making the rangers stronger, my favorite thing. Alright, there's a looting 4 over there, but also the explosive here. And we get it all. Very happy. Give me a life rune. We do have to focus on not dying. Okay, good one right up at the front here. Let's take these 3, I think. And then I'm gonna go for, what's it gonna be, that 2? That's pretty far out, isn't it? But I do want the upgrade hammer. I biffed it. I tried to get greedy. Give me a spirit die. Even bigger root die. And then where are we going? Well, these 2 are the same encounter, except the one on the left has more options. So we take the one on the left. Shame not to get the big explosive, but these things happen. That's a bad time. I was really hoping to get more stuff interacting with one another through all of that. Alright. Let's throw that down. That is some big root. We need 12 off of this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 27. I will take it. I'll take those for sure. Give me something more interesting than that. Shockwave rune is more interesting. There's another jester on the way. Very nice. We need to kill these guys outright, otherwise they heal to full, which is a real pain in the butt. And we just can't get the numbers for it right now, which is being a real problem. Right, well, an excess of rooted does get there. Right, we could do with some chunkier healing now, though, for sure. I'm going to stick to the normals here in the depths of where we're at. Well, we got the explosion, but the results were not incredible. Very bad. Very bad indeed. Let's crack that before we die very sadly. Right, guy at the front is doomed. Big rooted is going to help for sure. If we can kill the guy at the front, then it all goes to the guy at the back. Big fan. How do you guys not make contact? I should have thought about that more than before I did it. We're fine. More life. It's not going my best. Alright, let's do some big combos here, please. Yeah, I'm not going to get that upgrade hammer in the corner, unfortunately. So be it. Right, enough root and we should be fine. Again, I've got to take the life, and I don't love it, but it's what is practical right now. I should really have thought about healing before taking that move. At least the guy at the front is rooted. Is there a world where shockwaving right now would be the play? Get it 1 into 1, 3 into 3. But we're really lacking 2s for much of anything right now. Can't get the guy at the front dead for trying. He just keeps completely rehealing. There's a real problem. Oh, dice, why do you never make it to your loveliest destinations? Alright, let's do this. Not quite what I wanted, but I'll take it. We need to stay alive. Give me a healing die. Thanks. God, this guy does not take a rest, does he? Right. 9 healing, or are we about to go into a jester? So, is there ever a world where this gets us more than 9 healing in the following room? I sure hope so. I mean, if we do this, like, that's a very good return, isn't it? And then how can I get the most value out of all of this? Can't get to any 1s. As much as I would love to. I can hit 2 3s together, and then they'll go to a 4, but that's not very much, is it? Give me more root, I guess. Give me healing. Give me bigger healing. Gravity. Life. Okay. 1 encounter, then the boss. No shop to spend our money at is probably a consequence of my route I should have considered, but hey. Boo. Alright, somebody's getting stronger, but it could have been worse for sure. Shame there's no 4 over here to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a pretty close equivalence. Right. We have to win imminently. That's a problem. I should have used this. I should have used this. Yeah, I don't think it was going to help us get the actual win, but hey. We've upgraded 100 dice across completed runs. Prickly Penny. And a level in the Druid class. Alright, that's going to give us some new options then. Prickly Penny. Starts with Thorn dice and a Growth die. 250 Druid dice gets us to level 4, where our dice will be even bigger to start. Let's run it back. We did a short one yesterday. Let's do a longer one today. Let's see if these thorns can't help us out in the long run. Alright. Good combos to start. We really don't want these guys reaching their final forms. Although, this one's going to, by the looks of things. Yes, indeed. Alright. I don't think they're going to get any hits in on us, though, so that's good. These are not great. Could skip for money and try and go to a shop later, but 16... Would I rather have 4 gold later or 16 health later? I'd rather have 16 health. No 4 on the board yet, but the hope is that we'll get a second one, then we can hit the explosion. Should be fine. Yes, indeed. In fact, this looks like the exact same encounter that we just did, except this one's going way better, apparently. Alright, reset that field. A treasure rune. There's no jester coming up. But I'll take a chest. Gain 10 shields when entering combat. Sounds great. With that, let's go to the mini-boss. What are these? Grants dodge equal to die value to this enemy. Great. Well, if we can just get through the guy at the front, I think things won't be so bad. Please let me get through the guy at the front. Yeah, that's good. Alright, fresh field. How much damage can we do right now? That's unideal. Well, we still got shield. And our thorns. But I'm giving up way more dodge than I should be, especially ahead of my very large dice. Yeah, like that. But could have been worse. Upgrade hammer. Don't mind if I do. Let's go with bigger thorns. Thorns getting the job done. Entangled spirits. Spirit die deals double damage. We have no spirit dice. Give me more thorns then. And give me a 4 on new growth. And what do you have to offer me? 75% 2 die value, enhance max 9. Right, those thorns are really going to stack up. And alongside our shield that we get at the start of every encounter, could do a lot. There's the 5 I wanted. Yeah, 9 thorns. Feels pretty significant. Oh, that's so annoying. 27 damage sunk into that for nothing. But how much thorn are we going to have by the end of this? 21. Does 1 damage to attacker per thorn when hit by attacks, then reduces by half. And absorbs damage. That went very nicely. And with the first one dead, the second one stands to just die by thorns in a moment. Can we get this cash? No, we can't. Alright, more thorns then. With no modifier changes, I think I'm just going to go to the chest instead, with no runes rather, is what I mean. If I could remember the right words for things. Nice. Huge shot. I really wanted that chest, and boy, did we get it. That shot should get us there. Does indeed. Love to see it. A shockwave rune. Everything else is going right. Well, with a shockwave rune, do I do this, or do we go through the chest to the mini boss to a shop? Let's do that. I can't always do exactly the same thing every encounter, can I? Would have liked a relic, to be honest, but hey. Rude. I would say that's a strong start. Give me a trigger rune. Thanks so much. There's no way we get that chest. Surely. Yup. Alright, that's gone very nicely. Ooh, when Root die activates, heal the hero for 1. Oh, is Root and Thorn different? Thorn die. Oh yeah, Root is the brown one that we are not doing right now. Shame. Just give me Big Thorn then. Thorn stacks on the hero cannot drop below 2. Take that. And then, are we shopping? Or are we saving our shopping for like one last humongous shop? I think we'll save it for one last humongous shop. Right. Can I get those 5s to hit? Well, we got a 5 to resolve. That's something. I'd like some more 4s if I could. Damn. We get 7s at a reasonable frequency, but still rarely see 8s. And I think I've only seen a 9 once. Alright, we're doing well, so I'm going to take the tough battle ahead of the bigger stuff at the end. Not the best. We are not going to get through this unicorn before it changes forms, are we? Can I get the 6? There is a 5. Damn. Alright, we got there. It was a bit late in the round, to be honest. And given that the refresh isn't for a good while yet, knowing what to do now becomes a tougher prospect. Not that. Right, it's over, but we are not in good health. At least this fight is simpler. Doesn't look simpler, but apparently it is. Right, we're trying to get that explosive in the top right corner. Useless. Wow. Very poor. Alright, at least we get this guy before he transforms. My brain went for the word transmutates, and I was like, that doesn't really need to be the term for that. Lovely. Let's take the healing again. Although, coming into this, we probably didn't need the heal, because these are full of heals, typically. Right, Shockwave Rune. Let's Shockwave. That's, it's not gone well. It's really not gone well. That can do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the corner. So it's what can I do with these? Alright. Give me a bomb. Give me another bomb. Let's make thorns bigger. Give me a trigger rune. Let's make thorns bigger. Right. I do this, except I want to definitely get to one of these shops, so... where to begin? Honestly, this feels fine. I take these all day. That didn't go as I'd hoped. Oh. I'm throwing and not in the good way. Oh, come on. What a wasted round. Alright, we're gonna get there. It could have been much, much worse, but it did not feel great. Get me to a shop with 86 coins. If you have more than 3 thorns, absorb 2 damage from each attack instead of 1. Yep. Check for things that discount first. No. Give me a thorn die. Give me a gravity rune. Give me a thorn die. Start each combat with 3 thorn stacks and apply 2 root stacks to the first enemy. Amazing. Root die also applies 1 thorn stack to the hero for each root stack applied to the enemy. We don't have any... we have 1 root thing. That's not worth it. I'm not going to save that much in rerolls right now. Give me a bomb. And... honestly, I like the spring coil. Alright, boss, what do you do? Oh, it's the leader of the circus. Excuse me? Replaces all special dice in the player's deck with basic dice. Wow. That's immensely rude. Well, we're throwing out 55 damage. So that's a start. I think I'm just going to do that. How do you not make the 4s to the 5 to the 6? I kill this guy, do I get my good dice back? Oh, tragic. Yep. Yep. Alright, he's down. Do I get my dice back? I think we need to refresh the field, I guess. It's kind of a bummer. Alright, we got like 4 turns to do this. We should be fine. Emphasis on the should. The thorns do it right on the end. We've got a new druid class. Oh no, new level in the druid class, excuse me. Start each round with 3 growth. Play 250 druid dice. Alright, a good druid win. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.